When these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work first. The meeting last year between these two teams really underscored the fact that Georgia never really seemed to find its rhythm and also sent signals that Florida may be on the rise.
Yeah, it was super close. Remember, DJ Lagway, who we all know is sensational, a stud. Like, he was playing really good football. He gets hurt, he goes out. Problem with the Florida defense played great. Turned over Carson Beck several times, but I think the quarterback spot they felt like held them back. That's not a thing today.
No, and I think Florida feels like they've recruited better and they've gotten some help from the portal. I think they feel like they line up and match up a little better. They're not equal to Georgia by any means yet. But I think Florida feels like they have the talent now. If they can stay healthy on the field, then anything in this game can happen.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
And the Gators send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Bulldogs offense will go to work for the first time today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks.
Taking a shot on the first play. Makes the catch down the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Once he got some room, it was over. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Grab behind the line. It's Livingston. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
So so many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off play action on first down. Here comes the heat. Plows through the defense. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Lagway. Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. To the air, it's Stockton. Lets it fly. Makes the catch, it's Thomas. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
That's an absolute strike right there. Giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. They'll run it out of the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And third and one, we're bringing in all the beef, right? We're bringing more guys to the line of scrimmage, more guys near the ball, thinking run, run, run. How about this? They try to be coy, slip the pass in there. Defense says, no, no, no. They were ready for it. Get the big sack, get the lost yards play.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Jackson. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Dogs are at the line looking to convert on third and short. He'll throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Nice pickup. Gets it to the 20. They move the sticks, and they can still stop the clock. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the run. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask, and making it easy for him.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. The snap sets up the throw. That's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge of your seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Gators and Bulldogs. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Florida and Georgia plays out.
And the Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in.
Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air. It's Stockton. Get it out on the screen.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll leave it with him. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, better look out! Turning it on! He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The D thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sturdivant. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here's the pressure. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After that last field goal drive, they're they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The name of the game right now is getting yards and getting them in chunks. However you want to do that. I'm fine running the football, but you've got to be more productive than what we've seen on these last two plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Keeps it going. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. Better get rid of this one quick.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. He's got an open man. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
And this offense went right back to the well, and this time the defense made sure it ran dry.
If you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game. A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Looking for the score! Touchdown, Florida! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small, but the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. And with that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He wants a big play here late. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Glasses will be raised across the Sunshine State, a toast to the Florida Gators who take down Georgia in this rivalry game. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.